All right. Well, it's official now. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm
Hey,
very excited.
Thanks for doing our stuff, man.
I'm
You're
so
following
excited to
in
let you
some
hear it.
you're following in some big footsteps here.
I'm telling you, I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure. But I did the best I could do with them. I hope you're going to be happy. I'm excited to let you hear them for the first time, and hopefully you won't be too severe with your critiques. But I gave it my
We're a
best shot, so it is
couple
what
of
it is.
pussycats here.
All right. Well, yeah, we were just talking before we started recording and thinking about how we met. You know, Derrick, you and I obviously met through Terry once,
Yeah.
you know, the offer was made to do a couple of your songs very graciously. Thank you. And Terry and I guess met through Mojo Morganfield. You know, I wrote that song, New Manish Boys, about muddy waters and the past, present, future of the blues. And he really liked it and sang on it with me. And our only live performance of it was right the night before the 2019 Blues Festival. We played at the Bottom Lounge in Chicago. Terry was there and we met. And I didn't scare him away. He actually talked to me the next day. I couldn't believe it, but it
It's
was
a
a good
good
thing.
song, Harold. It's got a lot of energy, and it's got a great feeling of community, and it's got it's a great look forward to the future of the blues.
Thank you. That's one of the things I was trying to accomplish with it. Thank you. So, and unfortunately, Mojo passed. You know, he had called me up 3 days before he passed, and he said, "Hey, if you're okay with it," like I would say no. He said, "If you're okay with it, I'm going to approach Delmark Records." He said, "Let's re-record this song with my band after Christmas, after the holidays, and you know they'll put it out internationally and really push it the way it needs to be pushed." And I said, "Yeah, please and thank you." And then unfortunately passed, and that was that. But man, I
Yeah,
sure miss him.
yeah, we all miss him, man. And he was kind of riding a pretty big wave at the time too, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
his tsunami came.
it sure did. You know, Terry and I had a couple of songs in the hopper for, you know, what would have eventually probably been his next record, and those will never see the light of day now. So
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say that they will take a different path to the public ear, the
right. I
public
mean, I just meant
consciousness.
like in
But
that
unfortunately,
incarnation.
it ain't gonna be with the guy that they were written for.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Well, I'm
talk.
sure
Good
you guys will
performance.
find. I'm sure you guys will find a good way of finding a different angle on getting them out there in a good way.
Oh yeah, they're these songs go into remission, but they never really get completely excised.
Right. Right.
That
Nice.
sounds kind of scary, Terry.
It's the blues, baby.
Well, you know, we just keep getting better and better at this. I mean, we've been at this what, 10 years now, I think, writing together. I think we're approaching 10, you know. So by now I think we kind of getting it. We kind of, you know,
Well,
we got to beat on it.
past performance is no guarantee of future results, but today's results are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. No, I love the stuff you guys are putting out. A quick plug for Derrick, real quick. Hello, Mojo is just busting up all the charts. It sounds fantastic. I'm glad
Thank
everyone
you.
else agrees. You know, I have the same thought. It's excellent. Excellent.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
M for Mojo, baby.
There we go.
And yeah, I mean the response to the record has just been overwhelmingly positive. Airplay is just off the charts, literally at the top of the charts. But
Yes, sir.
every song on the record, man, there seems to be something for everybody on there, which you know, it makes me feel so proud. You know, it
That's
really does.
great. Congrats. It's
Yeah,
encouraging to me too, because when I'm making my albums, that's all over the board. This album I'm putting out now, it's got a funk song, it's got blues songs, it's got blues rights all over the place. So it's nice to know that it isn't, blues is not so pigeonholed into a certain, static format. And
Yeah,
your album's proof of that.
that was actually a little bit of a concern of mine, and not concern, but I did think about the fact that stylistically the whole, the 10 songs on the record were so kind of, the umbrella was very wide.
I hear you.
When you put it out there, and for marketing and promotional purposes, people tend to like it a little more this,
Sure,
a lot
sure.
easier to promote it and talk about it and stuff. So I was like, did we overreach? Apparently not.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Congrats.
Thank you, man.
Well, hey,
But
what do
you're
you think
gonna do
about
well
digging
with
in?
yours, man. You're gonna do well with yours.
I hope so. I hope so. You want to dig in and take a listen to one of them?
Yeah, I'm dying,
All right.
man.
Once again, thank you, gentlemen, for sharing your great songs with us. And we did Broke the Mold and Blues Ain't Never Been So Blue. So let's start off with Broke the Mold first, and we'll just kind of get your comments. I'll just kind of let the whole thing run and see what you think. If you don't throw up halfway through, we'll get your comments at the end. All right, let me see here.
All right.
Here we go. You're gonna have to look at my screen, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. So here's my take on Broke the Mold. Let me know what you think.
All right.
All right. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Broke my heart, broke my pride, broke whatever's left inside. Now you broke my future, broke my past, broke my life like it was glass. Yes, you did. Broke your promise to be true. Broke the news that our love was through. Now you broke my spirit, broke my soul. When the devil made you, well, it broke the mold. Yes, it broke the mold. You know it broke the mold. Whoa, the devil made you, well, it broke the mold. Now smile and say to everyone, I broke the mold. Now my work is done. Broke my rhythm, broke my will, broke my dreams and they're breaking still. Now you broke me down and took control. When the devil made you, well, it broke the mold. Yes, it broke the mold. You know it broke the mold. Whoa, the devil made you, then it broke the mold. Well, it smiled and said to everyone, I broke the mold. Now my work is done. Broke the mold, broke the mold, broke the mold, yeah, broke the mold, yes, he broke the mold. Now, broke the mold, tell your people, yeah, yeah, broke the mold, hey, broke the mold, broke me like a pick the mold, now my work is done. Broke the mold, broke the mold, yeah, yeah. Broke the mold, yes, he broke the mold. Broke the mold, tell your people, yeah, yeah. Broke the mold, yes, he broke the mold. Smile and said to him, I broke the mold, now my work is done. Say, I broke the mold, now my work is done. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, what do we think,
That's
guys? What do
pretty
we
cool.
think? Does it
Pretty
cut the
cool.
mustard?
Thank you. Yeah, it's good. It's got a lot of energy. You did it. You know, I mean, you were true to the spirit of the song, and cool.
You stayed. I thank you for
Here it comes.
sticking with sticking with the meat of the song musically. You know, we've had our couple of discussions about people doing some of our stuff, and you know, hey, it's one thing to put your spin on something, you know, because everybody does. You expect that, but you know, sometimes it's becomes kind of unrecognizable as the original source material. I mean, you kept all the good parts, all the good bits, if you will. And I was just curious to see how you were going to come out of it, how you're going to end it. I love that.
Yeah, right, because you fade out on it, right? So I took the second half of a chorus, and then I put my own spin on the very end. Excellent.
Yeah, really good. And I love the way you came back to that repeating line, you know, at the end. Nice. Yeah, very nice. The guitar playing's phenomenal. It's great. You kept that groove working all the way through, man. I love it. I'll give it an 89. You can dance to it.
All right. All right, Terry, any comments, good or bad? I'm happy with either.
It dropped out for about 5 or 6 seconds there near the end, but I'm very happy. You got the spirit of the song, you made it your own, but it's something that is recognizable to me in a very positive way. So thank you. It's you know, when Derrick and I were putting this together, and I didn't even remember, Derrick, what I said to you at the time when I gave you the lyrics, but it had I envisioned it having like a different kind of groove. That's why I said it's very different from The Blues Ain't Never Been So Blue. Blues Ain't Never Been So Blue is a Chicago blues song. This is something a little different. And you gave it what got me so excited about Derrick's take on how to do it. So great.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's blues rock, you know.
It's
got a real. I mean, when I sat down at the piano, and here's a little interesting side story to this.
Oh, tell me.
At the time, I've had a couple of surgeries done on my this joint here at the base of the thumb, and you know, it's just one of those things. It's not, I wanted to believe it was from too much boogie woogie piano playing, but my hand specialist said, no, sorry, burst your bubble. It's not. It's just a thing. Apparently, it's fairly common, you know, where that joint there just kind of loses all of the soft tissue. Anyway, so I had just had this surgery done, and I'm sitting here in a cast on my left hand. So it's really, I can't play like normal.
Oh.
And Terry had sent me these lyrics, but I was able to just sit there on that one note, you know, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Do the, I didn't have to use the left hand that much. And I was actually kind of thinking of it in terms of a more guitar oriented song, kind of in a like a Keith Richards riff, you know, is kind of what that figure is. And so I know you also had a keyboard on there, but it wasn't keyboard centric.
Right.
Like my version was.
Yeah. But he was still able to sound like he had a fucked up thumb.
Yeah.
I have no problem with sounding fucked up.
That's what gave it its charm, initial charm, you know.
Thanks, man. It's cool.
Yeah, it
pretty
sounds
cool,
great,
really.
man.
Good. Yeah, I mean, our
Yeah.
sax player, I've always taken the approach. I did Chicago blues for a while in Japan. I had a separate side project for 2 or 3 years where we had a harp player, really good harp player. And it just wasn't my vibe. I've always been more for the horn bass, like a Memphis horns kind of, like an Albert
Sure.
King kind of blues. And our sax player retired last year, right when COVID hit, actually 2 years ago now. And he was just, man, he set the bar so high. We haven't been able to find anybody since that could fill his shoes. And so we're kind of moving on as a four-piece a little bit. I do want to put a sax back in at some point, but right now, yeah, I kind of made it guitar centered, and that's how it turned out. So I'm happy that you're pleased with it because it's a little harder edge than what you had, you know.
The mix
That's
sounds
okay.
great. The mastering, I mean, you know, it's a really nice wide sound palette. I mean, even just coming through my little, you know, laptop speakers, you know.
Oh, good.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that thing at the end of the chorus with that was an idea I had at the very last second. I just plugged that in probably the last week of mixing. I was like, oh, this would sound good. Let's add this in. And I did. I can't remember if that's on the original or not, but my bass player was adding some back harmonies, and I wanted to extend it and make, so I think that crescendo that imitates a horn line, I think works.
Now, have you played this with your band out live?
Yes, we have. We've got very good response from it. Very good feedback.
Good reaction.
Yes,
Excellent.
sir.
Breakdown. I mean, you can take that breakdown section and kind of.
yeah.
That's what I did with my band for, you know, the few times that we played it, and you know, it's fun. You can get everybody out in the audience, you know, involved.
Well, I tell you, we got a really big gig on October 7th. We're having our album release party in Pittsburgh for our Pennsylvania album release party in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
At a really good venue called The Bridge. And so I've already got the set list made up and we're ready to go. And this will be ready to go.
All right.
All right. Well, why don't we cut this one off here and maybe get on to a different song and let you hear that one.
Yeah,
See
this
if
is
I
the
can
one you thought
find
was a good one. I'm excited. I thought the last one was terrific.
Great. Okay. Let me cut off the recording here. Thank you, gentlemen.